Delmarva, pat yourselves on the back. You've done it again. Your tips after watching Delmarva Life have put another most wanted fugitive behind bars. So let's keep up the trend on this Most Wanted Monday. All it takes is a watchful eye and the will to help.
If you saw a child drowning, you'd probably jump right in the water and help. But what if that drowning took place out of the water? Believe it or not, it is a very real possibility, and it's called secondary drowning. We're going to hear the story of one mother who knows about it all too well and find out what you need to look for when it comes to your own children.
You can also find many children and adults, for that matter, on the soccer field. It's a popular sport. Just look at all the buzz with the World Cup. And while all of that running around is great for your physical health, just wait till you hear what it can do for your social skills. We're getting the play-by-play.
Yeah, Jimmy and Lisa, now I'm playing too, but I'm playing on the water. Coming up, I'll tell you about all the things the Pocomoke River has to offer.
Well, these guys know how to have fun too. As a matter of fact, the Property Brothers are busy building their own playground for adults. We're going to get a tour of their dream house and hear why they enjoy making others' home improvement dreams come true as well.
That's not the only place we're visiting today. We're also going under the dome. With just hours to go until the season premiere, we'll hear from the cast to find out what to expect this time around. Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
And I feel like we keep saying it every Monday. What a gorgeous weekend.
Isn't it a pain to have to say that?
It is a pain, but there's a part
beautiful
of me that's kind of worried. It's like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of funny because the National Hurricane Center has said all these clouds that are swirling off the Carolinas coast have an 80% chance of developing into something that could affect us by this weekend.
You mean this holiday weekend,
This
3-day
holiday
weekend.
Oh. Good news for you, though. Our very own WBOC Chief Meteorologist Dan Satterfield is going to be in tomorrow, and he'll talk to us a little bit more about it and maybe give us a better idea when that's going to be an issue. Could be, maybe not, we'll see. Anyway, the Delaware National Guard is hosting a welcome home ceremony tomorrow morning. You are invited. Now these pictures here are from the first half of the 198th Expeditionary Signal Battalion returning. They came back about 6 months ago. About 40 members of Detachment 1, the 150th Engineer Company, Horizontal Construction, have returned about a month early from Afghanistan. Now, they've been going through the demobilization process for the last couple of weeks, and everybody, that means you too, are invited to welcome them home tomorrow morning. So it's going to be great to have those guys and girls home.
It's always nice to get them back from overseas. And speaking of overseas, you know, the civil war in Iraq, as we mentioned last week, and the holiday weekend are pushing those gas prices up nationwide, and you can expect to pay a little more in Maryland starting tomorrow. Maryland's latest gas tax hike of half a penny per gallon takes effect tomorrow. When lawmakers approved a gas tax measure last year, the bill included incremental hikes beginning with a 3.5 cents per gallon increase. Remember that from last July? Yeah. The next scheduled gas tax increase will be in January, when it's set to rise about another 3.5 cents. And AAA Mid-Atlantic says Maryland is ranked 25th in the nation for the highest state motor fuel tax rate on gasoline purchases. And also heard today that gas prices for this week are the highest they've been since 2008. And we remember how much fun 2008 was financially.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's the gas prices. Maybe that's the reason they're taking all the Studebakers to Dover.
You think?
Does it seem like there's been a whole bunch of them around the Dover area? Well, there are, and here's why. Studebaker enthusiasts from around the world are attending the annual Studebaker Drivers Club International Meet. It's all this week at the Dover Downs Hotel and Casino and the Dover Downs International Speedway. It is the 50th anniversary of the meet and the first to be held on the East Coast, according to Chairman Mark Henning, who was there on that Studebaker just a moment ago. Delmarva Studebaker Club, which is sponsoring the meet, is expecting to play host to at least 500 Studebakers. One man has shipped his right-hand drive 1962 Studebaker Lark from Sydney, Australia, just to take part. He said owners are coming from 11 other countries, including Norway and South Africa. Take a good look at that. Can we show that yellow car again real quick? Here's the reason I want to say that. The Studebaker company got its start manufacturing wagons and carriages, including the famous Conestogas that carried the pioneers in the 1800s. They named that car right there the Conestoga.
How cool is that?
That is
Right here
cool.
on Delmarva.
Yeah.
Well, you know, cars, we've talked about the water, we're talking all kinds of stuff. Let's talk rockets, because I know some people got up early Saturday morning to watch the latest suborbital rocket launch from Wallops Island. If you didn't miss anything. Yeah, it was scrubbed because of boats in the launch area. This is a rocket similar to it. In fact, it was scrubbed Sunday morning and this morning for the same reason. Although this morning there were some other issues with clouds. Take a look at, we have a picture of the clouds that they had down there at Wallops Island. It was hampering the scientists' ability to actually see the vapor trail. So hopefully keep your fingers crossed. Maybe fourth time's a charm. The launch window for tomorrow for the Terrier improved. It's called the Malamute.
Malamute.
Is between 4 and 5 a.m. Tuesday morning.
So hopefully it'll happen. Well, it was a big weekend of celebration for the Cape May Lewis Ferry. You probably remember when Delmarva Life went out on the road.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And on the water as part of their celebration. Over the weekend, there were classic car shows at both terminals, marking the 50 years the ferry has helped to transport cars across the Delaware Bay. From the first Mustangs, take a look at this picture, from the first Mustangs to muscle cars to the latest exotics. This is Andre Lippy arriving at Lewis on July 1st, 1964 as the first passenger in the first vehicle on the first public Cape May Lewis ferry crossing.
How about that?
And that's a pretty Mustang.
Yeah, it is.
Just saying.
Just saying.
You know how sometimes you run into those people that their answer for everything is no?
Yes.
Now there are
I should have said no, but go ahead.
there are a few that when they say no, you can let it go. Like
really?
Little Charlotte here.
Did you have a good Christmas?
No.
Do you love your mommy?
No.
Do you love your daddy?
No, no, no.
Do you love your Uncle Jonathan?
No.
Do you love your grandparents?
No, no, no.
Do you want $1 million?
No, no.
Do you love your Duffy?
No, no.
Do you want to go night-night?
No, no.
Do you love bath time?
No, no.
Is there anything you like?
No, no.
No.
So cute. No. Still ahead on Delmarva Live, how about kickstarting your week by fighting crime? It's Most Wanted Monday, and we have another batch of wanted fugitives here on Delmarva. Lieutenant Tim Robinson from the Wicomico Sheriff's Office joins us next.
Well, we all know we have to keep a watchful eye on our little ones when they're swimming for fear of drowning, right? But what about when they're out of the water? Post-swim can be just as dangerous. And a little bit later on, we're going to learn about secondary drowning.
And while we're talking about our kids, another thing many of them like to do is play soccer. And while the health benefits are pretty obvious, we're also learning about the social benefits, why you may want to get them on the field, and how you can give all kids the opportunity to play.
Well, these guys don't play when it comes to home improvement. A little bit later on, we're going to get up close and personal with the Property Brothers. We're even getting a tour of the impressive family retreat that they are building. And just wait till you see this thing.
And we can't wait to see Under the Dome tonight. We're just a few hours away from the season premiere. We'll hear from the cast to find out why this season is so exciting. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.